put on a Pixar movie. When Bing Bong jumps out of the wagon and Inside Out.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you missed in She-Hulk Attorney at Law, Season 1, Episode 1.
I think the Cheetos with chopsticks thing, is that a reference to Oscar Isaac?
You tell me. Is it?
Because this is a meme that I love, which is Oscar Isaac eating spicy Cheetos.
For this list, we're looking at all the callbacks and Easter eggs in Disney Plus's greenest entry into the MCU. If you haven't watched yet, beware of Hulk-sized spoilers ahead. What was your favorite callback? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Smart Hulk and the Gamma Lab. The first teasers for She-Hulk Attorney at Law included Smart Hulk, but he appeared as a human in the post-credit scene for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So, fans have been wondering how and why Smart Hulk went back to his human Bruce Banner form. Bruce practically winks at the audience while quickly explaining it was due to a device on his wrist.
I made this little device which keeps me in human form.
That was the longest answer to what have you been up to I've ever heard.
You asked me.
It's cleverly hidden from view in Shang-Chi. And since he needed Jen's Hulkified blood to heal his arm, that also explains why it was still in the sling back then.
I have been analyzing your blood, and the way it synthesized gamma, I was able to use it to completely heal my arm.
Oh. Because I'm better than you?
As an extra bonus, we get to see the Gamma Lab he mentioned back in Endgame.
18 months in the gamma lab. I put the brains and the brawn together. And now look at me. Best of both worlds.
Number 9. Avengers theme. While the Infinity Saga may have come to an end, that doesn't mean we won't get to hear that iconic Avengers theme anymore. Alan Silvestri's epic score has appeared in other non-Avengers MCU movies like Ant-Man, as well as various Disney Plus series. As Jen looks around for Bruce in his hideout, she comes across a damaged, Stark-designed helmet. The familiar heroic melody plays as she takes a closer look. We also learn that Tony and Bruce built the place between the events of Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, me and Tony. Well, Tony mostly drank. Just sat around complaining about Steve.
Oh, Steve.
It was a good time during a hard time.
That certainly explains all the Led Zeppelin band tease, too. Number 8. References to Sakaar. When Bruce shows his cousin one of the benefits of being a Hulk, we can see a Hulk piñata hanging up in his bar. While we doubt he took a souvenir home from Sakaar, it sort of looks like the decorations used during the planet's Hulk celebration in Thor Ragnarok. Then again, Bruce does seem to stay in touch with the Sakaarans, or at least looks into their earthly visits. After all, it was a Sakaaran Class A courier craft that caused their accident.
Did we hit a spaceship?
Yeah, Sakaar Class A courier craft. They're probably trying to deliver a message. I gotta get to the bottom of that.
It makes sense if he'd still have ties to the Gladiator planet where he lived and fought for years. Is this a lead-in to a Planet Hulk storyline? Maybe this series will introduce Scar, son of Hulk.
Scar attack! I'll give you one chance, Scar. Go back where you came from.
Number 7. Roxxon. When Jen makes her way out of the woods and into a bar post-accident, we can see a sign for Roxxon in the background. Roxxon Energy is the recurring corporation that's appeared in Marvel Comics since the 1970s. The attorney even represented the company at one time in the Savage She-Hulk comics. It's also popped up in video games, particularly Spider-Man titles. In the MCU, various Roxxon entities have been mentioned in the Iron Man trilogy, as well as the TV series Daredevil, Agent Carter, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Hellstrom, and Loki.
Roxxcart is a vast superstore common to the era. It consists of a series of sprawling sections, including a large warehouse.
Roxxon actually played a significant role in the first season of Cloak and Dagger, acting as the source of Tandy Bowen's and Tyrone Johnson's newly acquired superhuman abilities.
Stop running. Who are you?
Number 6. Throwbacks to The Incredible Hulk.
I traced all of my steps through my evolution. I never thought that it would end up being a syllabus, but here we are.
She-Hulk doesn't just reference the MCU and She-Hulk comics. There's also a few nods to the late 70s, early 80s TV show The Incredible Hulk, starring Bill Bixby as Dr. Bruce Banner and Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk.
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
There's Bruce's blue-on-blue attire, which has been referenced in past Hulk appearances. The car accident that leads to Jen becoming She-Hulk also looks similar to the crash in the Incredible Hulk pilot with Bruce and his wife Laura. Jen similarly tries to get Bruce from the car. Unlike poor 70s Bruce, she is successful. Number 5. Bathroom chalkboard. Jen's visit to the bar's restroom is pretty eventful.
Oh, thank you, but I just need to get cleaned up. I don't need you to put makeup on me.
Yes, you do.
But what really caught our eye is the establishment's decor. Among the mess of writing and doodles on the chalkboard behind her, we recognize a distinctive lightning bolt symbol. This looks like it belongs to Kamala Khan, aka Ms. Marvel. Her symbol's presence seems to confirm that She-Hulk takes place after Ms. Marvel.
What are you guys wearing?
What are you wearing?
Above that shocking drawing is a spider drawing. And close by is what looks like a combination of the Avenger symbol and the one for Anarchy. In the bottom corner, the Greer was here could be from She-Hulk's motion capture coordinator Paisley Lynn Greer. It's definitely an important job for a show like this.
Jen?
Yeah?
Wait, you're still Jen? Right now?
Number 4. Power and responsibility. She-Hulk opens on the titular Jade Giantess in her Jennifer Walters human form while she's practicing her closing arguments for their case against GLK and H.
What is the responsibility of those with power? Do they merely have an obligation to refrain from the misuse of that power? Or do they have a duty to protect those without it?
If you notice, she stands against a green wall and delivers a speech about power and responsibility. Sound familiar?
She told me that with great power comes great responsibility.
Also, on Jen's bookshelf, we see various items with UCLA, her alma mater in the show and the comics. She has figures of iconic ladies too, like the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and someone who looks like Michelle Obama. And let's not forget her book on badass women, which is very fitting since she is one herself.
And if it doesn't go our way, we can just Hulk out, blow everyone's minds.
Oh, well, the only hulking out I'm going to do is in the legal sense.
Number 3. End credits.
I'm ready to give my closing argument now.
She-Hulk Attorney at Law is one of those shows with a credit sequence that you want to watch all the way through. And not just because Marvel Studios is well known for their post-credit scenes. The end credits showcase some beautiful artwork of the characters, including Jen in court with her colleagues and hulking out in Mexico with Bruce. There's also one of She-Hulk taking up quite a bit of space in an elevator, much to everyone else's discomfort. Though the fellow passengers are different, this image pays homage to the cover of 2004's She-Hulk number 8. The S.H.I.E.L.D. folders in the credits might also tease an upcoming collaboration between Jen and the spy organization.
Look, I'm sorry about that little show back there, but we thought it best to break it to you slowly.
Number 2. Cap's first time. Jennifer Walters asked the questions we're all dying to know. Did Steve Rogers ever kiss anyone but Peggy before he was frozen in ice?
After he gets unfrozen, he goes from world-threatening disaster to world-threatening disaster. That's when he's not a fugitive from the law, right? So it seems like he was pretty busy.
Well, thanks to Jen sleuthing and theorizing, we finally have an answer. In the post-credit scene, Bruce reveals that Steve got fondue with someone in 1943 during the USO tour.
Steve Rogers is not a virgin. He lost his virginity to a girl in 1943 on the USO tour.
And we might know who this mystery lady could have been. Back in 2011's Captain America: The First Avenger, Steve meets Natalie Dormer's Private Lorraine. Things get hot and heavy pretty quick, enough to make Agent Peggy Carter quite jealous.
The women of America, they owe you their thanks. And seeing as they're not here. The odds are pretty high that she and Cap might have taken their PDA somewhere private.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Savage Jen Walters. When Nikki is hyping her friend up before court, she tells Jen Walters to deliver her signature look.
Now you just have to top it off with a Savage Jen Walters look. What? I don't have a Savage Jen Walters look.
There it is. That was perfect.
Okay. Really? Do you think so?
Yes, come on.
Any She-Hulk comic fans out there will know that the Green Goddess made her Marvel debut in her own series, Savage She-Hulk. Later in the episode, Jen stumbles into a bar, and before she enters the restroom, she lingers against a wall. The well-placed QR code takes you to Marvel's webpage, offering a free look at the first issue of Savage She-Hulk from 1980. As a bonus, the show sneaks in a parallel to that comic. Both mediums feature Jen and Bruce hanging out peacefully, Jen's first transformation, and some serious car trouble.
You can just say a bunch of mean things like that and then take off?
Yes!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.